and all that.
Dance music is the most potent force in youth culture. Rave music, dance music, has become the alternative music of America.
Rave to me is more than just a word. It's a subculture, it's a lifestyle.
Rave is a way of life. Go out all night, and then you sleep all day, then go out all night and sleep all day.
Whenever I try to explain raves to older people, like to my parents or something like that, they're like, I always just say that it's kind of like a club, but it's underground. But that's all you can explain us.
Underground? What do you mean underground? Is it like underground in a building?
So what?
Basically a rave, it's an illegal place or in a warehouse place outside of the corporate clubs. A bunch of friends and promoters get together with DJs and musicians in a warehouse or in a place and party all night.
It's how us Americans party. Crystal meth, Special K, and the best of them all. Only in this country. Ecstasy.
Ecstasy is great. You feel it, you're rushing, you're dancing non-stop, you're sweating, you're drinking water, and you're dancing, and you just love everybody, the whole party.
You're just so friendly.
And then in America,
it's all about drugs. That's how it started, that's how it ends. Nowadays. Started as E-party. That's what raves were. They were E-parties. People just sit around and take ecstasy. That's all they want.
Raves especially have gotten a bad rap with drugs, with ecstasy in particular. But there's drugs in society, so it's really no more of a percentage than in society as a whole. It's a shame that they're there because the music is to a lot of us, the music is like very spiritual, and the community feeling that you have of gathering, just as if you gather in church and you sing hymns. To us, it's the same thing. This is our church.
New York now, it's impossible to throw a real rave. What happened was there was a real tragedy in, I think, the Bronx. There was a fire at a social club called Happy Lands where 86 people died, and the city formed a special task force specifically designed to stamp out illegal parties. And it's made what we want to do impossible now.
Outlaw parties always get busted. Sometimes we get arrested, locked up for the night, either trespassing charges or breaking and entering. I don't have a problem with going to jail again. It just adds to the excitement of our lifestyle sometimes.
I think he's addicted to that rush of, look, I'm throwing a party, I'm getting 200 people, 300 people together in a train station, the cops are coming, and I'm a wanted man. I'll do 30 days in jail if they catch me again. He loves this.
Scotto's still determined to get out there and throw parties. He's a very stubborn young man, and he'll do what he wants to do.
There are several steps in producing a rave. The first is finding a space. So we'll find a warehouse that has plenty of exits and is accessible by a side street that might not be well noticed by locals in the neighborhood.
Outlaw parties are important, but I think it's how ambitious you go for it. I mean, there used to be a saying in the rave scene, do it for the scene, not for the green. And there was a stigma where if you made money doing a rave, you were like cast out. You can't say you're doing it for the scene if 150 people get arrested or if your party gets broken up or whatever. I mean, you better have your shit together.
Well, actually,
it's an outlaw party.
We're waiting for the big party, man, you know? Scotto said there's gonna be a party here, but there isn't.
It's to make a point, you know?
That's why people go and they'll go to court, and the courts will start seeing that all these people, they would have arrested them when they went, and Scotto had them underground 10 stories in a transit hole, and it was gonna be a fat party, and it's just space that's not being used. people can't
space.
live. There's no
Exactly.
space for people to live. So there's a point to throw an outlaw party.
Years ago, the media took it and they blew it up and said it's this big evil entity. Your children are going into empty warehouses and eating drugs and having sex, you know, like you did when you were 17 or 18. And they're scared.
The cops already tried to chase everybody away. They've been here like 3 or 4 times already tonight. And people still stay and people still go on because we've got to go on.
As far as outlaw is considered, you know, I mean, would you rather travel 2 hours to go to some place that's going to get broken up? I've been to parties that have only lasted a half hour or so. And here you have kids paying $15 to go to these outlaw parties. They're still charging for them. You know, they're not even paying for the space, but they're still charging you because they have that map point and they're selling tickets. And the party gets broken up in 2 hours. And they're refunding anybody's money? No. So we chose this location. It's a legal location. They have an occupancy rating on it. And hopefully, you know, nothing will happen. I mean, if something that does happen, it'll be a sound complaint or something like that from the neighbors across the street.
See? There you go.
Who the hell DJs sideways?
All those scratch masters.
Well, it's one of those side jobs.
The other way.
Let's see. Roll it down.
Oh, it's right the other way.
There you go.
Fit?
Perfect, man.
Okay, so is it uneven now?
In America, kids seem to want to be rock stars. It's the first thing they want to do. In England, a lot of kids want to be DJs. You know, they want a turntable for Christmas, not a guitar. There is a network across the states of small stores like ours, rave promoters, small entrepreneurs, kids who are producing music, making music, putting out records of their own. Dance music, techno music keeps evolving. The names change, the velocity changes, and it will keep evolving and keep progressing. And there will be a phase where people say, oh, it's finished, but then there's a new flavor. Hopefully, it will stay creative and underground and not become just another fad.
Here in America, it seems that more of the kids that go to raves would rather buy the fashion and would actually go to a record store and buy music, CDs, you know, mixtapes, whatever, vinyl, anything. So it's totally different over here than Europe.
This is a knockoff of Vivian Westwood on the 70s of the punk scene. Too fast to live, too young to die. This is the beeper pocket. You can put your drugs here or you can put your beeper. This is like kind of resemble a space suit or something that reflects, you know. The fashion is not important actually because you don't have to wear nothing. You can be naked and it can be cool.
The clothing is, it's like a vocabulary of, it sets people apart. And it tends to be kind of like odd colors and logos and things that are twisted just a little bit, just for humor. Nylons and synthetic fabric is really popular because it's futuristic, it's plastic. The polyester, the synthetic plastics, these are really great because if you're sitting down in a dirty warehouse, you just wipe it off, it's low maintenance. It's really great for raves. This type of funky, sort of Japanimation. This hockey shirt, again, sports-oriented stuff is also very popular. It's action, movement, future. And there's a little drug reference, obviously, with the mushroom. The alien motif is really popular now, because again, it's a futuristic, kind of space-oriented thing.
Are the aliens. They visit people. That's Astro Girl, our mother and our inspiration. It's an ancient figure. It's like an alien, which could be us in the future. Rave culture is very psychedelic. It's replaced some values from the 60s with this completely cyber culture from the 90s. And we go into the future very psychedelic in our minds. So we start combining very many plans, metaphysical plans with terrestrial plans. That's what it's all about.
I definitely don't see this as a passing fad. I think dance music culture is here to stay, and it's just going to grow and become an integral part of our culture as a whole.
Like I'm not as into it as I used to be, but I still love it. I still love what it stands for and what it means to me, and all my memories of like going through teenagerhood, being a raver. I mean, I haven't known anything else.
I feel like I've seen as I've gotten older, I'm getting away from it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like I still like going out and partying, you know, but like it's not like such a mission for me to go out every weekend, you
Every
know,
night,
and like
you know.
I'm still going out like about every other weekend, trying not to get too much sick of it yet. My mom, she you know, she heard about it same way as Brandy's mother, you know. Oh, but what they do with these things, this drugs, and I know what goes on. But Ma, I just go to have a good time and dance, because she knows I love to dance. I can dance all night if the DJ is good.
My mother's really young, and she wants to come out to the parties when, you know, I want to take her, but haven't got a chance to. But she doesn't say nothing really bad about it, because she don't know about the drugs and everything, but she sees my love for the music, and basically that's what she thinks the rave scene's about, because she sees how much I enjoy the music.
I think it's just like you go to a rave to have fun. Like that's all it's about. Like to rave is to rave, to rave. It's just to have fun. It's not to go to be in a certain, like it is a certain community because it's grown so much, but I think anyone can get in it and anyone can get out of it. And I'll probably 10 years from now still probably be in it.
Yo, everybody will be scanned going in on entry. No pens, knives, magic walkies, spray cans, nothing like that. The normal stuff. Okay?
The worst thing that can happen at a rave is get shut down. You know, I mean, there's been plenty of parties that have been shut down. New Year's just passed. That party got shut down 5 hours into the event. It was supposed to go till about 10 o'clock in the morning. They got shut down around 2 o'clock. Somebody pulled the fire alarm. The fire marshal came, and once he comes, that's it. Done deal.
Police force for the country that function is the responsibility of the Haitian police.
As far as changing the world, I don't know if rave's really going to change the world, but it's changed a lot of people in all different countries now. There's records and artists coming from everywhere. Amsterdam, Holland, London, England, Europe, Italy, Brazil. There's music coming from all over the globe. So it's had an influence on people all around the world.
World's right now it's very full of ignorance and evil, and that's what we have to fight for. We have to fight against the evil of the world. That's what it's about, rave scene. That's where rave scene is the future.
In other parts of the world, they're raving in the jungles. They're raving in the mountains. They're raving in the desert. There's still life on the planet, and it's at the raves.
Mighty force.